This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is ResortLoop.com. Bob, this is the big weekend coming up.
Big weekend. We're actually we're a little late getting this show out because we were very busy monitoring the whole D23 stuff going on.
It's crazy.
Very, very excited. So we wanted to get this show out real quick because we're going to have a D23 wrap-up coming up, right, Tim?
Yes, absolutely. Next week, we will touch on everything that needs to be touched.
What? Okay.
Well,
anyway, so Tim.
Yes, Bob.
What are we going to talk about today?
This is a topic I was driving around and I was thinking, I love eating at Walt Disney World. Just let's not even forget just eating. Eating at Walt Disney World. I love themed restaurants.
Best food in the world.
Best food in the world. Around us, we used to have a themed restaurant. It was one of those Fighter Squadron restaurants. It has since closed down.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was a nice restaurant.
A lot of fun. I love the deep theming of a restaurant. So I was thinking, while sometimes the food in Walt Disney World, people could maybe take or not take, a lot of people go just because of the ambiance of the restaurant.
That is very true. That is very true. Ambiance leads to a better meal sometimes.
It does, absolutely. Because once you get in where it's cool and you can kind of relax, recharge, get something to eat, sometimes that's what you need to turn your day around.
Exactly. Real quick, before we start that, your ambiance. I'm having the Honduras blend of my Joffrey's coffee right now, by the way. Just letting you know.
I had a little Sanaa. Can I tell you, the Sanaa is fantastic.
The Sanaa is fantastic.
You were drinking just now. Drinking just now.
I was drinking just now. It's that good. I have to have some.
It is that good.
So ambiance, good coffie. So what was your idea? You were talking about having ambiance in the restaurant. So what was your idea?
Well, I had a couple ideas for what my favorite restaurants were for ambiance, and whenever I have an idea, I figure our listeners have to have a better idea than I do.
Usually they do, yeah.
Usually they do. Mm-hmm. And I just figured we could all share maybe some of our favorite restaurants for ambiance at Walt Disney World. Not necessarily the food. Ambiance. Ambiance only is kind of what we're going with here.
I love it.
Nice.
So you told me, let's make a top 5 Walt Disney World restaurants for ambiance. Put it out there to Looper Nation. Huge response again.
Yes.
Huge response. We had some really cool, not just the votes. Most people just vote, but we had some pretty cool suggestions as well of ambiance. So, Tim, why don't you start us off with Mr. James Price?
I will. Mr. Price, he says, beer garden. When we went a couple of years ago, we got seated with 4 people from Germany. How about that?
Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool. It really added to the authenticity, and it was fun to watch them get into the band.
Yeah, I'll bet. That's pretty cool.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. I wonder if they were speaking German to the waiters or waitresses and stuff,
or wearing lederhosen.
That I don't think they
sharing bratwurst.
Well, they might share the bratwurst. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good friend, pal of the show, the original Super Looper, Joe Quattrochi said,
Joe,
since Bob and Tim are keeping me in a box, for lack of a better phrase, and aren't letting me venture out to the resorts, which I kind of just left it open. But
yeah, Well, first of all, nobody feel bad for Joe.
Yeah.
First of all, let's just get this straight. He's going to be there, next week?
Right, exactly.
He'll be all over the place.
He's probably there right now, yeah.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, I feel so bad. All right, I'm sorry. He's experiencing ambiance right now, I'm sure.
Yes, he is. I'm sure.
He goes on to say, I would have to say my top 5 for ambiance are the following. Number 5, 50s Primetime Cafe. It's not romantic by any means, and it's very loud, but there isn't anywhere else that I know of that has a dining room like that where you feel like you are transported back to the 1950s. That's one of your favorites.
It is, absolutely.
Number 4 for him, Coral Reef Restaurant, dining next to a gigantic aquatic tank. I think the fish in the tank are happy, and they are in the tank and not on your plate.
That's right. They're looking to see the ones that can not swim as fast.
Exactly.
Or they go for the bait.
Didn't the crab on Little Mermaid sing about that?
Yeah.
Better to be in the sea than on the plate. Number 3, Tutto Italia. Noisy and crowded, but the old-style paintings and architecture is just really cool. As an Italian-American, I am biased. I am biased to this restaurant. Oh, there you go.
He's blessed as well. Let's not.
And he's blessed. Well, yeah. He's got a beautiful new bride. I mean, how could? Come on. And he's again. He's at Walt Disney World right now.
That's right.
So, number 2 for Joe Quattrochi, Crystal Palace, classic Disney, enough said. And number 1, the San Angel Inn. There is nothing like dining at this restaurant unless there is a giant monsoon or thunderstorm. The Mexico Pavilion isn't usually that crowded, so dining along the Grand Fiesta Tour attraction, feeling like you are dining outside the way it is, all lit up, just an amazing ambiance. So that's from good pal Joe Quattrochi.
I agree with that. Dee Dee Herring, she realized, she goes, oh no. In her list she was thinking of, she forgot Sanaa.
Oh, speaking of Sanaa. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure they have the Sanaa blend there.
Yeah, yes, they do.
She goes, the decor is art, and then you've got the animals and the view outside the windows is just gorgeous.
You know, we were just talking to somebody about that, and going to Sanaa, and neither one of us have been there. We got to do that.
So many people love it. I got to get out there as well. I can't bring myself to leave Jumbo House.
I know, or Mara, So,
exactly.
Right, yeah. So James Yip says, number 1, be our guest. You feel like you're in a storybook. Number 2, California Grill, open kitchen, bright open area, and fireworks. Number 3 for James is Beer Garden, awesome entertainment. Number 4, again, Sanaa, great decor, animal window watching, and his number 5, the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, looks fun, and they're going there at the end of the year.
Excellent. That has to be great for ambiance. One of your favorites.
One of my favorites. I love that place, yeah.
Excellent. William Carl Tollefson. Hope I got that right, William. I'm sorry. Number 5 for him, the Columbia Harbor House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because of the dark woods and the endless exploration opportunities in there. Coming in at number 4, I love the countdown. The Flame Tree Barbecue, when you used to be able to go and sit down by the water and watch the animals across the lake.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful of Flame Tree, though, because, some of the birds like to sit right above your table.
They do. They're like vultures.
Yeah, well,
Are they vultures? No.
That's not mayonnaise they're dropping. Let me just say.
I'm
just saying.
It's not my favorite condiment. Number 3, Beaches and Cream. It's that 50s feel again. It's spot on and lots of fun. His siblings and I were once asked to make our own kitchen sink.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my goodness. That'd be awesome. Number 2, another vote for the Beer Garden. I don't know that this adds an explanation, or I'm sorry, he doesn't know if that even needs an explanation.
No, not at all.
No. The bumps, though. I'm going to say Lederhosen again just because I love it. And number 1, another one for Mexico at the San Angel Inn. How could you beat being under a pyramid at a nighttime fiesta? It's pricey and not the best food, but he's a sucker for dimly lit food by a river. Again, that's what we're talking about, the ambiance.
Exactly. And you know what else is nice about that is it's really well air-conditioned.
Oh.
So in the summer, I'm just saying.
Exactly. You cool down, get out of the sun, so your eyes can kind of readjust a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
Good pal of the show and another of our Super Looper bloggers on our blog team, Rebecca Toon.
Rebecca!
Says, top 5, ? Honorable mention, the San Angel Inn, dark, romantic, peaceful, calm. Now, if only the food would improve a little bit. Ohana, when you're here, your family. Sci-Fi Dine-In, classic.
Nice.
Be our guest. What's better than sitting by the window while it snows?
Well, I do that here all the time. At least 6 months out of the year.
Yeah, come on up, Rebecca. Come on up. Number 2, 50s Primetime Cafe. Who else plays the I Remember That whatever from my grandparents' house game?
Oh, exactly. Yes.
Oh, yeah. You can... Talk about I Spy. You could play I Spy in there forever. The nostalgia is strong in this one. And number one for Rebecca Toon is the California Grill. Location. I seriously love adulting here. It's a good place to adult in quotation marks.
Interesting.
So just to be an adult.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. No. Love it up there.
Yeah.
Not a better view. Good friend of the show, Dave Tupper.
Hey, our sandals on the ground.
Yeah, checking in from Hawaii. Goes out. I have to go with Boma at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We haven't enjoyed as many as you, but the amazing decor and the smells. That's true.
There you go.
That hits you when you get in the lobby there if you get there at the right time of day.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. So that those were just some of the comments. A lot of comments and a lot of fun from Looper Nation on this. This was a big poll because, again, like you said, sometimes the food isn't the best, but the ambiance is worth it.
Exactly. Sometimes you want to recommend a place, and sometimes you're thinking the food isn't that great, but man, they would really love getting into the Mexico Pavilion there, sitting by the river.
Absolutely. So a lot of great places. And believe it or not, we even had a couple of votes for Blue Bayou over in Disneyland. Of course, the restaurant that is adjacent to Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think it's kind of the inspiration for the San Hel Inn.
Yes.
I do believe.
Very, very, very similar. We didn't eat there. I would have loved to have tried that as well. But so there it is. And so are you ready, Tim?
Yes.
For the top 5 Walt Disney restaurants for ambiance. Voted on by Looper Nation.
I am ready.
Are you ready?
Down. Bring it to me.
All right. Before we get to the top 5, we're gonna do the bottom 5. And most of the restaurants got mentioned, but the rounding out the top 10 was tied for number 9, 10, whatever you want to call it, Gaston's Tavern.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like it, and Ohana. How about that? Yeah. Tied for number 7, 8 would be Crystal Palace and T-Rex.
Okay.
T-Rex is kind of fun. Coming in at coming in at number 6 would be Coral Reef. That's one of Joe Quattrochi's favorites.
Yes.
Coral Reef, number 6. And believe it or not, that was number 7. Believe it or not, number 6, Beer Garden.
Nice.
How about that?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you could probably guess what the top 5 were. Based on what we just read, and really everybody's, I think everybody's favorites. Tied for number 4 and 5 would be 50s Primetime Cafe and California Grill.
Yes. Oh,
so there you go.
2 great ones. Yes.
Absolutely. And all by itself at number 3, with the snow falling gently outside, Be Our Guest.
Yes, I will say you got good food there, too. So you got the ambiance and the food.
Absolutely. So, and by the way, we just had one of the Loopers, I believe it was Scott Campbell, good pal of the show, Scott Campbell, over there at Dixie Landings Radio. He was able to get lunch at Be Our Guest that day.
Hey,
so keep
that's
trying.
A good sign for everybody.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Just because it's booked up right away after that 180 days out. Keep trying.
And it doesn't mean that people don't cancel and things don't open up.
Absolutely. So number 2, and these two restaurants were neck and neck the entire time. This one was number 1 for a very long time in the countdown, but ended up dropping by just 1 vote.
Ooh,
so
close.
every vote counts. Coming in number 2 for top 5 Walt Disney World restaurants for ambiance, Sci-Fi Dine-In.
Yeah.
And of course, that makes the number 1 the San Angel Inn in Mexico. So
very nice.
There it was, and I can't disagree with any of those. Le Cellier was mentioned. Garden Grill, of course, mentioned. Sanaa, we heard from them. Maya Grill was mentioned. Artist Point. And believe it or not, the most expensive place you can eat at Walt Disney World, Cinderella's Royal Table, it only got 1 vote.
Really?
Now
I expected that to be a little higher.
I did too.
Or much higher, I should say.
I did too. So that being said, Tim, what is your number 1 favorite restaurant for ambiance at Walt Disney World?
For ambiance, now having not been there for years and years and years, I got to go with the San Angelo Inn. I got to go with the majority on this one.
Yeah.
I just love the inside of the Mexico Pavilion.
Yeah. It's just so nice in there, and it's relaxing, and the lights are a little too dim sometimes.
Yes.
The last time we ate there, it was difficult to even see our food because you come from that sun, that Florida sun that's so bright. And then try and sit down and eat in a darkened room. It makes it a little bit tough. But I go back and forth between sci-fi and Mexico there.
You've always been a big fan of the sci-fi. I love sitting in one of those cars and feeling like I'm at the drive-in. You got the Hollywood Hills up there and the drive-in theater. I really enjoy that. You know what? I'm going sci-fi. I'm going sci-fi. I was going to say, probably if you wanted to help your eyesight adjust, before dinner, you could always hit the Cava de Tequila.
Then my eyesight wouldn't work at all.
Well, you just wouldn't notice or you wouldn't care. And then just, meander over for dinner, and then you'd be good to go.
I would not even know what was going on if I went in there. So.
Oh, exactly. I'd probably be fishing for boats. Going by. Heckling the boat riders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yelling out, the music used to be better.
Oh, my gosh. That's why you're banned from that place.
That's right.
That is
Kids
why you're
why is that animatronic yelling at us?
That's a mean animatronic. I don't like this. He should be in Pirates. Anyway, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That's all for the top 5 Walt Disney World restaurants for ambiance. But I do have to throw out, real quick, I got to throw out a shout out to my wonderful niece who keeps asking me to mention her on the show. She loves the show. She's one of our number 1 fans. So Casey, I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for listening to the show. And she's going to be going to Walt Disney World not too far in the future as well. I also want to mention, Tim.
Yes.
Wonderful show that you did with your lovely wife, Dawn, and Rod Wheaton.
Yes, Rod.
And his lovely wife over at WDW Mousinger.
That was so much fun. I got to, once again, thank, Rod on this show for having us on. It was a lot of fun talking about, because, Rod and I are very romantic men.
Really? Do your wives know?
Well, yeah, we decided to have them on, so it didn't seem so awkward. No, it was fun to talk to Anita, and Don had a good time as well. Just thanks very much. Check us out over there at WDW Mousinger.
Absolutely,
it was an awesome show. Lots of fun.
Yeah, very good listen. And Rod's show's a really good show anyway. So take a listen if you want to hear Tim on there. Real quick, I got to ask a question because D23 is going on. We've been monitoring it like crazy, keeping an eye on things. Retweeting. I've been retweeting like a maniac. So follow me on Twitter, and I'll see that.
You've been nuts.
It's been crazy, yeah. Real quick, now I got to get your opinion on this before I let you go, and then we'll do a wrap up on D23 coming up. But real quick, I got to ask. They made, of course, Johnny Depp became a Disney legend.
Yeah, no one saw that coming. That was
Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, that I agree with. I got no problem with that. But how do you feel about them making George Lucas a Disney legend?
I'm okay with it.
I got problems with it.
You have problems?
I do.
Well, he helped with the Captain EO.
Okay, Captain EO, and then you got Star Tours, but really, the only thing that he did was sell them the company. He sold them Star Wars. That doesn't make you a legend. You're a legend to begin with on your own, and then you're just kind of selling your product to Disney. I don't know.
If Disney wants to give me $2 billion and then make me a legend, I'm fine with that. I'll do it for a quarter of that. So you sent me over 500 what million? How's that work? 500 million?
I think it was seven. No, it was it was billion. It was like
I said 2 billion, wasn't it?
2 billion, 4 billion, whatever.
Yeah.
It's numbers we have no concept of.
Numbers with commas. I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Is there a pause when you read it? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Oh my gosh. So anyway, but I just wanted your opinion on that. I wasn't too. I don't know. That's just me. But
I was kind of shocked when I first saw it, but I thought, he's done some Disney stuff. He's a good to go.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a bad guy.
No. Plus, when you're a friend of Bob Iger, it helps.
Oh, yeah, you're buddies. Yeah. Anyway, Tim, that is all I've got.
Bob, thank you very much. Everybody, thanks for listening. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter at ResortLoop Tim, at Facebook at Tim Resort Scott, and that website is still plugging away, ResortLoop.com.
Now, I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget Facebook.com/ResortLoop. We're going to be posting some really cool stuff on there. I've been retweeting on the D23 on that as well. And don't forget to rate us on iTunes. Where else can they listen to?
You can always find us on the Stitcher. Everybody, thanks for listening. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.